You're here playing this game, F1 2019. That's what it is. Yeah, we're here. We're using a old car. Let's see what cars we're racing up against. We are using the 2010 Red Bull, the RB6. We're going up against a bunch of classic cars here. This is the one to watch out for right here, though. The Ferrari F2004. That thing is insane. Yeah, like, just watch out for that. I'm, racing, doing time trial laps. That's typically like the car that everyone uses. If you do classic car, or the classic cars, yeah. So I'm using the old Red Bull here, as everybody knows probably by now. Red Bull is my favorite team. And I was kind of racing on like, we're doing all these extra races that are not part of the schedule for 2019, for the summer. Of course, every track in this is part of the schedule, but, we're doing these extra tracks that are not part of the summer schedule, basically. Whatever was ran that wasn't in May to August. Late May. So we'll basically say June, whatever tracks aren't raced in June or August, we're trying to get some of those up on the channel. And, we're racing other cars in it. We did we do any yet? Yeah, we did the one with Toro Rosso. We're doing a Ferrari race, we're doing McLaren, we're doing Haas, so we're doing all these different cars. Is that broken in the front? I think it is. So why not do one of the classic cars. They're in the game. They put a pretty big emphasis on that. If you pre-ordered the Anniversary Edition, you got the 2010 McLaren and 2010 Ferrari. And also they had the Sun Cross Edition. So, why not, put more emphasis on the things like that, those cars. So, we're going to do one race with that. Why am I doing this? Oh, Class 2? Oh, they're different decades. Okay. So we are in Class 1. Because the cars from the 2000s are going to be faster than the cars from the 90s. Cars from the 90s are going to be faster than the cars from the 80s. It's just how it happens. Cars progressively get faster. So as you notice here, cars in the Class 3, are a lot slower. Then we have Class 2, which is the 90s. Late 80s, 90s, and then we have Class 1, which is 2000s, and 2010 as well. You can see Class 1 here. We have the 2006 Renault, 2007 Ferrari, 2008 McLaren, 2003 Williams, 2004 Ferrari. That thing actually, surprisingly, was fourth. 2010 Ferrari, 2010 McLaren, 2009 Braun, and then 2010 Red Bull. And then Class 2, again, we get the cars in the 80s. We got the Williams, the McLaren, and the Ferrari from that. The McLaren, the 88 McLaren, isn't Class 1. It's not Class 3, it's Class 2. Then we have the McLaren, 82, 87, Lotus, 87, 78 Lotus, 79 Ferrari, 76 McLaren, 76 Ferrari, 72 Lotus. So, again, these cars will be slower just because they are progressively, cars are always getting faster and more advanced. It's just, if you race the supercar from the 90s, besides, the McLaren F1, they're all going to be slightly slower than the cars from now. McLaren F1 is kind of the exception. 240 miles an hour is still one of the fastest cars. But yeah, so you notice in the charts here. So those are going to be the cars you're going to be racing against. So I don't know, are we racing in our class, or are we doing an overall race? I don't really know what we're doing. I think it's an overall race. think it's like a full race, but then you gotta win your class too. I think it's sort of like with a 24-hour race. They have the overall race, and then they got like engine classes.
You've done well to put it on.
Yeah, we're racing with our class. Oh my god, I got a terrible start. And I'm sure that if we use the 2019 car with these against the faster. So I'm sure in a couple years when we start putting in the 2014 on cars in that regulation period, they'll probably be their own class as well. I mean, they could be in the class of the 2000s, I don't know, but it's a different decade. This goes by decades. This is 2003 to 2010 that we're looking at here for decades. The 80s are kind of split between class 2 and 3. That Brown is really fast. That's one of the more, like, I guess, requested cars that people wanted to have in the classic category. I believe, is this the first game we spend? I don't know. But that thing is, it's cool. Again, no DRS here at all in the entire race. Obviously, being 2019, the DRS line would be there, but we don't have DRS assistance at all.
Okay, we're through the start phase. Now let's build on it.
I don't have to hit all those in this race. Like, there's only one tire compound, so not working with 3. They carry a lot of speed, we're gonna have the inside. This is super interesting, is this car. It was the first game in 2009? So the first game in 2009, and the car that I'm racing, and what I'm racing against, were in some of the early F1 games. This 19, yeah, this year's the 10th anniversary, so it would be 2009. The Braun, I'm assuming, is in the first game. I would like there to be a little bit newer in the classic category than to 2010. And if we go back a little bit further than 72, because, you know, Formula 1 started in 1950. So, but I do think it's a really cool idea. It's something that I wish would be in one of the NASCAR games. But the NASCAR games, again, they're sort of in the early phase. They're where this game was in probably like 2011. They're still in the early phase of the current NASCAR. I would like to see some of the old cars really good. And this, I think it would be cool if we could go back to see some of the old cars from 472. And then if we could go and see some of the newer cars from like 2011 to 2018. Now again, I don't really think we need something from 18 in the game from 19, but, you know, if we have something from like 2015 as the newest of the cars in time. And preferably Red Bull.
Line that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage.
Top down first thing. My issue, I just don't want to like do anything stupid that causes a crash when you do that. because there is no more, there's no pit stop entirely. So losing, like, look how much of that front wing is gone. And this car is very, very known behind the Braun Ford itself. Impressive aerodynamics, so I need all the aerodynamics I can to go over this car. Amazing aerodynamics. For anybody who's wondering, this is not the only Formula One race this week. If you guys remember, I sort of confirmed a while ago, or semi-confirmed what cars we're using and what tracks. And I said we're using a Ferrari in China. Now I changed my mind and sort of did a classic race here. So we're using a 2010 Red Bull in China. But we'll be using a Ferrari later this week on Friday to race in Italy. So make sure you guys check that out. I just added another track this week. We'll still be going to America, Bahrain, what else are we going? Well, Germany and Hungary as well, but that's part of the schedule. We did Sochi already. So, where are we going? Brazil? No, we already did Brazil. Brazil was our F2 race. Let's look it up. We went on straight. Come on. Come on, Face ID. Unlock. Well, getting past Spain. We're going to Spain with Mercedes. Yeah, we're taking Ferrari to Italy. Makes sense. Not a goal of mine to spin that car out. Yeah, so let's do a flashback. I don't want to crash him. So next week, well, on Friday we're going to Italy with Ferrari. Then next week we'll be going to Germany, part of the schedule of Formula One throughout the summer here. We'll be going there, racing our Red Bull. Then we'll be going to Hungary, also part of the schedule, racing Red Bull there. Then on the 16th, 16th of August, we're going to Spain, and we're driving a Mercedes there. On the 19th, we're going to America, driving a Haas, and then we're going to Bahrain on the 26th, driving a McLaren, wrapping up the return to summer 2019 Formula One racing there in Bahrain. A little contact there with the Braun, causing some slight wing damage there. If anyone wants to know why I picked the teams that I picked, I'll explain it right now. So, Toro Rosso I picked because, you know, they're also Red Bull, basically. So, you know, I wanted to do that. Then I picked Ferrari and Mercedes because they're the top teams. And I wanted to race some of the other top two teams. Then I wanted to race Haas, being the American team. I want to race the American team in America, and you know, it's one of the teams to pick. Why not race the home team? I mean, not that I would care. And then, lastly, McLaren, because some of my favorite supercars are McLaren. The P1's my favorite supercar of all the supercars. And then the 650S, what was it called? That was cool. The 7, I think the 720. There's a bunch of the new ones that are really, really nice. The new McLarens. I like them. I always love the MP4-12, whatever. That thing I don't like. But most of their cars, I really like that. Now we're coming up on a slower car. We're coming up to the classification 3 cars. We're passing a Lotus there. It's 72 Lotus, I believe that one is. I definitely think an interesting thing about Formula 1 teams, though, is that when they get renamed, basically all the history resets with the team. Even if it's the same origin. I think it's very, very interesting. Like, the Mercedes team, they have, what, 5 championships? 14, 15, 16... Yeah, because Lewis Hamilton got 4 of them. And they had Rosberg in one of them. So they have the 5 championships. But that team was the Braun GP team, which won championship as well, so it doesn't count. For their history. It's very, very interesting. Also using the same owner, Mercedes won 2 championships back in the 50s, but they don't count towards the Mercedes championships either. Because it's technically a different team. Even though they're both Mercedes teams. The only team that has old history is Ferrari, McLaren, and Williams. They have all the really, really good. The thing that made me think of that is the Lotus team. They kind of were a team that existed and they sort of made a new team. And the Renault team was kind of the Lotus team and they were all kind of like... I think Renault now was Lotus before. But I think of all the teams of Formula 1, 6 of them are renames of teams that existed before. They're kind of like reworked old teams. Pre-existing teams. The only ones that aren't Ferrari, Williams, McLaren, all the other teams. And Haas was a brand new start team that didn't buy a team. Technically, also Racing Point is. Racing Point was like really weird when you look at that. Last year, there was Force India, then it became Racing Point. But then, like, they bought all the parts of the team without buying the actual race entry of the team, so then the team kind of didn't exist but sort of restarted. Very, very weird. So technically Racing Point's a new team as well. But they're built off of all the Force India stuff, and they have all the Force India stuff. But since they didn't buy the race entry, that means it counts. So here we go, halfway through the race. I don't know if we're catching up to... what classification we're catching up to now. Essentially what I did was I accidentally killed my entire race with any car, because I killed the front end of the Braun. I ruined the front wing of that car. Basically, that car not going to have as much force downforce. And then it's holding up all the cars behind me. It's still fast.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
So I do want to check the race director once we get out of this turn. How far ahead are we going to get? Alright, so now we're out of this turn. Let's check the race director. Let's see, so we passed up to 14th. So 14th was this. So this is all one classification. Then this is another one. Yeah, it's because you see they're a different color gray. They're a lighter gray here. And then these are their own category. So if I pit, I'm going to count pit. There's a group of 4 right here. might be on new tires and that have a new name.
Yellow flag.
Super big game. So we're gonna risk it. We're going to risk it. Get a new front wing on this thing. We're going to lose a position right now. 1 second. Third, fourth, fifth.
Exit now.
That's going to be mean to come back from. I had to take a drink, so I figured I'd pause it now. Alright.
Pit strategy complete. See these tires through to the end now.
So what this does is gives me a new front wing. And brand new tires. Shit. That's not what I wanted to get stuck behind that guy. Please don't kill my corner. Coming for the lead though. See, when I said don't kill my corner, I thought we were on the turn I just took.
Fuel target is +1. Faster engine modes are available.
So if we crank up this fuel a little bit here, it's going to take a lot to catch these cars in front. They're very, very fast. Okay. It's not like when you're on medium or soft or anything, you just kind of like go. The difference is this game doesn't have fuel built into it to like fuel stops. So it's kind of just like taking the game and taking these cars and giving them the fuel capabilities of a current F1 car with the tires that don't wear out, requiring you not to pit. You can get any tire to the stop in 25% race. The only reason that you have to pit is because it's mandatory. You can get your tires to the finish in this length of the race, so you're not required to pit. We need to make this fuel essentially work. Help me catch up. Oh my god, I'm gonna get caught on right here.
The gap to the car behind is 12.5 seconds.
I got kicked up into high gear with fuel mode. Then when your tire's working, I'm prepared to really chase down the leadership. Oh, the Braun's starting to fall back. I'm not going to chase on Ferrari or McLaren. It's the 2010 McLaren, I believe, they were racing against as well. Oh, it's 7. I think it's 10.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, fastest lap. Alright, is that a 10 McLaren? Oh my god, I thought it was a 4. Braun's falling back from the contact that he had. I never have to race a good 4 Ferrari at some point.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Gonna lap that Lotus again. If we did get by the Braun, kind of use that. Oh no. We kind of use that extra car as like our. Like look at this. We can go and see how the slow car. This car is approaching the slow one, and they seen I was coming, so they kind of had like. This is a tough spot to be in. Oh my god. Look at the difference in these cars. This is 4 to 10. I think I've seen one like this. Oh. Yeah, but you can really see how this is like an interesting predicament. Alright, so we gotta get by the 2010. I believe it is. McLaren. Then I have to get by the 2007 and 2004 Ferrari. For the last second, pull up from behind. Keep the momentum going. Okay. We're going to pass the McLaren. Now we're going to chase down a Ferrari. Way ahead. 0.85 seconds and 2 laps to chase down 2 cars. And the difference in Formula 1 trying to chase down the leader with lap cars around and racing in NASCAR with lap cars around is the lap cars don't sit in your way. Like obviously that turn the Ferrari got held up here, but for the most part that really didn't happen because that was a bad spot to get caught out, basically. But the cars kind of have to go the way. He just got stuck in that turn. That slow car really helped us there, too. He got really caught up behind 2 slow cars. He's catching the wrong spot, and you are kind of stuck behind it.
We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon.
I need to stay in the fuel mode as long as possible. Any air I can possibly get up that car.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
I need to run this fuel as long as I possibly can. Going to be some historically fast cars. I mean, I'm in a historically fast car, but like this one in front of me, I'd rather have to race against the Braun than race against this guy because I know how fast this Ferrari is. I was watching a lot of the Formula 1 videos and things like that, and I guess when Ferrari was sort of testing it, both the drivers of the car were the same. Another Michael Schumacher. Who else do they have? Michael Schumacher's like, okay, this is and then the other guy's like, yeah, this is really fast. The engineers thought that they were like equipment wrong, which is so fast. Oh no! And I know that the Braun's really fast, because I watched a video about that one as well. And I know that there's a Red Bull winning championship, this thing's fast. I know it was close to the McLarens. They were pretty fast around that time. Then Lewis Hamilton won championship doing 8th, and so the cars were over 10 pretty quick. We're going to get to the inside here of the Ferrari.
Some information on Jones. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Now they're taking the lead. Finally got it back. Risky decision to pit. We got back to the point though where if we did want to pit again, we would fall back to 5th. I think this car is just super quick. It doesn't seem like that Ferrari is pulling up on. Oh my god. I don't actually want us to crash. Oh my god, you see how quick that thing is pulling up though? Like, hello? Alright, let's let you go. Yes! We made contact though, I don't want to make contact.
Right, so we've been looking at the damage, and we think you should be okay to continue. It'll cost us a little bit of time, but we're nearly at the end of the race.
They really carry the speed more through the turn. That's a benefit that we just got there.
This is your final lap of the race.
Oh my god, this thing's a rocket! I need to find another fuel mode. I have to do it. Stay ahead of this Ferrari, like. Alright, let's drop down the standard here. But we need that down the straights. We're gonna need rich fuel. I might even try to lean fuel for this little bit just to save a little bit if we can. Alright, here we go. Rich fuel. Does this thing have a lot more power than us to catch us? Once again, we're just a little bit too far away from it. Which is what we want. I think we got it beat, but that was a good battle. I was super concerned. I don't know how.
Great job. You've done everything we wanted today.
Yes. I don't know how that thing was. I don't know how that thing was.
I'm thoroughly exhausted after the excitement of that race, but I'm sure it's nothing compared to our drivers here. They've worked hard to make it up there, and it's great to see them make their way out onto the podium.
Alright, let's see what we got. That Braun fell back just because of the damage that we had when our contact. So between the classes, the Class 1, we have the Red Bull win, 2010 Red Bull, winning in Class 1. Class 2, we had the 1991 McLaren. In Class 3, we had the 1982 McLaren. Overall, of course, the Red Bull won. Of course, overall, like, the Class 1s did really, really well. The only Class 1 that didn't do well was the one that had DNF. Now, we can look at standings. I don't think we have Constructor. Yeah, we don't do Constructor in this one. If we did have constructor, it'd be interesting. But I guess teams like Red Bull, Braun would never win. Because look, if they have one car across all these categories, where we have McLaren, we have 2 McLarens here, 2 Ferraris. We have 3 more McLarens, another Ferrari. So we have another McLaren, 3 more Ferraris. Like, it's just a bunch of Ferraris and McLarens. Like, it'd be Ferrari, McLaren, then probably Williams. Then you'd have the other teams that have like 1 or 2 cars. Red Bull, Braun. So that would just be way, way down. So that's that. Really, really, really fun. I hope you guys sort of enjoyed the racing here with the old classic cars, and yeah, overall your race winner. Winner of both Class 1 and the overall race. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.